Bam. And just like that, I am live. 10 minutes late when I'm hearing a cut on this cold ass motherfucking Saturday. I'm obviously I'm Troy, and those who don't know, excuse me, I'm a little tongue tied. I'm Troy. Welcome to Key and Carry. My co-host Damon is not available. He won't be joining me tonight, unfortunately. Um, my bitch have prior engagements, and we like to be punctual and stick with our engagements. So again, unfortunately, Damon won't be joining me on this rather interesting season finale of Chasing Motherfucking Orlando, baby. So before we get into that, let me say shout out to the people who are going to join me on tonight's playback or join me rewind. Ugh. Shout out to the people who are going to join me on tonight's live review. Shout out to the people who are going to watch this live review on the playback. So shout out to people again. We're gonna watch this on the playback. A little flustered right now. This week has been crazy, so please bear with me. Baby. Speaking of this week, um, this has been a pretty, at least for me, this has been a pretty upbeat week. Compared to like last week, I think when Damon and I did a live review, I was like, oh, like I just wanted the week to be over, but a complete 180. So, yes, I've been having an amazing week. Like, just a really, really, really work wise and this kind of like personal life and personal stuff. So, yes, this week has been very, very good. Again, I hope that you guys are kind of can relish in like my excitement. I hope that you guys had an awesome week as well. Stay warm, baby. It's cold as fuck out in these streets. Like I'm so ready for this winter to be fucking over with. Um, yeah, shout out to the people who want to join me. Hearts for you guys on tonight's live, and then shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Like, comment, subscribe, share. We're still on our journey to 1,000 followers, and we just love conversing and chopping it up with you guys, especially when it comes to content like the content that I'm about to review. Chasing Motherfucker Orlando, Season 2, Episode 10, Red Dress Mystery, NOLA Trip Part 2, baby. This was a season finale, honestly, and I wish Damon was here so that we can kind of like bounce ideas off of each other. Um, honestly, I was pleased with this review. I'm sorry. I'm pleased with this episode. I hope you guys are pleased with this review. No shit. But I was surprised. I was pleased. I was like, this episode or this season finale was, in terms for me, it was well balanced. There was drama, but there was also kind of like a push for like reconciliation. Um, so I just kind of I enjoyed the balance. It started off choppy, but as the trip progressed, as this episode progressed, it became just kind of more cohesive, just fluid, if you will. New Orleans, baby, a motherfucking time. I feel like I won't say this is my favorite cash trip from a chasing franchise. My favorite trip, favorite favorite chasing reality trip would probably be Atlanta when they went to like the cabin. Not Damon's type of cabin trip, but they went to the cabin, they bonded, and I just thought like that season was just gonna be so much positive moving forward. So I'm kind of feeling like because this season kind of ended on like such a kind of good note, either the reunion is gonna be crazy if they have a reunion, or next season, season 3 is going to be straight chaos. But guys, let me know how you feel about this episode, the season finale, in the motherfucking comments. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Were you just kind of eh? Did it not tickle your fancy? Did it grind your gears? Let me know. Let us know. Shout to Damon. Shout to Yon, my co-host. Let us know in the comments how you guys felt about this season finale. I thought it was, like I said, well balanced. So shout out to Chasing for and when I say well balanced, I'm gonna say couple of the people who started the season off choppy and rocky and they ended I don't want to say finding themselves because I don't really know them to say like, oh, they found themselves, but they started off on a different note than how they ended the season than how they started off. And I absolutely like love that for some of these cast members. So shout out to maturity, but let's kick this motherfucker review right the fuck off. Again, shout out to the people who want to join me on tonight's live, and shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Chasing Orlando, season 2, episode 10 finale, baby. So, Damon and I, we can't keep like a consistent goddamn format for this goddamn show. So, we decided to go back to our just traditional format, favorite moment, funniest moment, shadiest moment, favorite of the episode, least favorite of the episode, best fit, and etc. Baby, this episode was just full of a lot of kind of stuff to pick out from because so much happened this episode, whether it was like funny, shady, whatever. But let's just go down the list, baby. So my first favorite moment of the episode, season finale, season 2, chasing Orlando. It necessarily wasn't my favorite moment, but I have to mention the opening scene where the group is at the table. I think they're eating or just playing a game. Slim following episode 1, I'm sorry, the previous episode, Slim introduces the game to the cast where they have to go around and say who their favorite of the group is or the least favorite is. So Max and Pablo are kind of in the middle of their back and forth. Um, and I just said the conversation got heavy real quick. Pablo kind of opens up and tells the group that he's been in a DV situation. Which is completely fucked up. But it was big for him to share that because it's I had to say it's relatable. Because people go through their ups and downs of relationships. People go through that bullshit. Um, and I don't say that to sound like insensitive. I don't want to sound insensitive or inconsiderate of what people go through, but that is something that happens in relationships, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, the conversation got heavy real quick. Um, I just wanted to acknowledge Marlo and Slim for kind of playing their roles during this conversation, I guess. Kind of trying to mediate. Um, I just liked how, despite how hectic and chaotic it got between like Max and Pablo, nobody else really intervened or like tried to add in their 2 cents and put 20 on 10 and just make it way more crazy or chaotic than it needed to be. So shout out to Marlo and Slim for just trying to mediate, trying to get them on the same page and realize like, yo, y'all kind of have more in common. Like y'all are both hurt. Y'all both are hurting. So y'all have to find some type of common ground in um that hurt or dysfunction that y'all have going on. Also, I just wanted to say that I felt like the group, everybody sitting at the table kind of understood the assignment at that moment. Again, I just said I like that nobody added their 2 cents. The people who were speaking were the people who had the issue. I just like that the mediation and kind of everybody else just kind of letting Max and Pablo have that goddamn moment, have their moment. Um, my next favorite moment, I said the red dress run was cute. We didn't get to see much of the cast like bonding on Bourbon Street, but the clips that we saw, they seem to be lit, turned up, having a good old goddamn time, baby. Those big ass goddamn hurricane drinks, like, uh, New Orleans is a time, baby. What fucking New Orleans, fucking hurricane drinks, deadly, so goddamn strong. And then they tell you don't mix it because you're gonna ruin the drink. It's like, baby girl, I'm drinking like 7 goddamn alcohol liquors right now. Like this shit has to be stirred or shook up or something. But yes, I love a good strong mixed drink. Hurricane baby. Shout out to them. But like I said, and no, it's definitely a vibe. Um, this trip seemed to there was friction on this trip, but I feel like there has been or there was a good chunk of like resolution following following this trip. It seemed like everybody was kind of like on the same page, following just following the red dress run and kind of going towards the closing moments of this episode. It kind of seemed like everybody was kind of like copacetic. But like I said, I don't know if that's gonna change when the reunion comes around or like when season 3 rolls around. Definitely I feel like when season 3 rolls around. I feel like when season 3 rolls around, good chunk of this cast, a good portion of this cast won't be returning for season three. I'm not mad at that. We'll talk about that later because I honestly recast, baby. I ain't mad at that. But my absolute favorite moment of this goddamn episode was the murder mystery. Like this goddamn murder mystery was a fucking key. It was so funny, and I wish Damon could have been here to review with me, so we could have because he would have got the rest, baby. This murder mystery was so Reno 911 coded. Like it was just improv at like its goddamn best. the the murder mystery was Reno 911 coded. The verbiage was Beauty in Black, baby, because the profanity, the language used on this damn murder mystery was like that bitch did it. That bitch killed her. I was like, God damn, I know y'all said in character, but that's what made this shit so goddamn funny. Is that everybody stayed in character. Like nobody felt like they were bigger than the program, which kind of seems to be the theme for this fucking season. But like I said in my notes, like I felt like this was a good idea. The game was a good idea because it's like having the group brainstorm and like try to solve the shit or just having them like work as a unit. I feel like it had a conversation going, and then everybody was able to work with each other without there being like any ego. So that made this scene for me like really enjoyable and like playful and just fun. Like I love the characters, baby. Marlo came in and that leotard. I said, Marlo, come through, body. I said Marlo in this leotard, giving I just murdered my husband. Y'all know I did it. I know I did it, but I'm here. What was her name? Her character name. We'll get to that. Yes, we're we gonna get to Lexi Dupont, but yes, the murder mystery was lit for me. It was a good fucking time. The cast, it shows that like I said, the cast has humor. Some of the cast members could be funny when they aren't like so into the drama or like feeling themselves or looking for a moment, as one would say. Um, Slim and his character Royce, essentially the same goddamn person. I said, why is this nigga dressed in a do rag and a beater? Like Slim is a fool for that. Like I think his character also the lower thirds, I think they call them. Fucking, they had the character's name and then I guess their profession. Baby, the professions were shady as hell. Um, I cannot remember. I meant to put it in my notes, but the lower thirds, like the characters were sending me, because they were shady as fuck. I think Brian's was shady. Um, and I think Max had like a shady, but yeah, the description of the characters, this whole scene in general, which is it was entertaining from start to finish for me. Again, I'll say mostly because everybody was just feeling the situation. Like everybody was just having like a real good time. So it's kind of interesting to see what their group, how they can interact when nobody is like on bullshit and there isn't any like ego in a room or whatever, any pride in the goddamn room. So this scene, murder mystery, my favorite scene, mostly again because I enjoy murder, not pause. I enjoy mystery and suspense. My goodness, nah, I'm out here sound like a whole goddamn psycho. I enjoy mystery and suspense. Um, so yes, put me in a goddamn like in a murder mystery or escape room. I know that's not like mystery and suspense, but it is kind of like mystery because you have to like solve shit. So yes, I love mystery and suspense. So I thought that this scene was absolutely my favorite. I love to see the cast like have fun and just vibe with each other. Um, so moving on to my funniest moment from the season finale, baby. They said Fabio turned into Rikishi when they ate all the breakfast. I said that's petty as fuck. Like I probably wouldn't have turned into the Incredible Hulk, but I definitely get like they definitely could have caught that man and been like, ain't no food here. You should stop and get something to eat before you get here. Like not that man walking in hungover, late hungover, and there's scraps, there's scraps on the table for him. I said that's fucked up. Like it's so fucked up. But shout out to Fabio. But yeah, I said they definitely could have caught that man. Somebody definitely could have caught that man and be like, hey, there's no food left here for you. You should probably stop and get something. Another funny moment, Slim told Margiola that he's annoying when he's drunk. And I said, no shit, I'm glad that somebody had to say it. Because Mark has a tendency of like drinking and then it's like word vomit. And it's like, oh, I didn't say that. I said this, or I don't remember saying that. So it's like, I, no shade, no sloppy drunks for me, baby. If you can't hold your liquor, you should be drinking. Get you a cut water. Something amongst those lines. Because a sloppy drunk, especially a dog, no. Mm-mm. But yeah, tell him sometime Margiela like you're annoying when you're drunk, or he was annoying that night. Because Mark has just been annoying kind of all season. So like, I was happy somebody kind of told him like, nigga, you need to chill. You're kind of doing too much. But anywho, we're gonna get on Marcella, baby, because that man's the key. Shadiest moment from Chasing Orlando, season two finale. My goodness. Ugh. Chasing Orlando season two finale. Okay, but shadiest moment. So Callie and Pablo. Callie and Pablo have um this tension. And I have this feeling that the tension is the sex was spectacular, or whatever Keely Williams said. There's sexual tension there. I don't know why or where this beef stems from. I mean, I never fully understand like where a lot of these beefs or like tension on the show season comes from, but this right here is sexual. Kylie came in feeling himself, dressed like the devil himself, and Pablo was feeling some type of way. That means that he wanted to lift up that skirt. What Chris Brown say? Let me put your panties to the side. I'm gonna make you feel all right. Something like that. You feel me? I don't know what Pablo got going on, but Kylie walked in and Pablo was triggered. So I'm like, oh, he probably would wanna he wanna beat the belt. He wanna beat the buns. He wanna whip the cakes and all of that. But that tension right there is um I wish Jan was here. Like somebody let me know what's going on. Like why is Pablo so pressed over Cali? Somebody in the chasing comment said that sure light skinned dudes they have some type of anger. What is this? Some type of insecurities or like anger or something. I don't know. Pablo is like angry because he's short. It's like my goodness. Not Pablo being mad because he's short and light skinned. Somebody's else's words, not mine. Like I read that on the chasing comments. But yeah, this tension is crazy. Pablo snapped on Cali for no goddamn reason. I also noticed that Pablo speaks on Cali way more than Cali speaks on Pablo. Like any chance Pablo gets, he takes a dig at Cali, and Cali just I don't really see Cali really speaking on Pablo, like unless they're face to face. And fill me in. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, Cali does not speak on Pablo. But I also said, thank God Pablo ain't go Ronnie from the Players Club. You know, I run this motherfucker, and anything how I want, I get. Cause Pablo think he in charge of the girls. Like Pablo thinks he's like the leader of the group. So that tension with him and Kelly. Hopefully it don't go left, but Pablo needs to resolve that because I can't have this shit season three. Like you nitpicking with Kelly because you want him and you just can't tell him like, oh Kelly, I want you. Like I want you right. I want the both of you. Anywho, like Pablo, get that together. Speaking of Pablo, baby, 'cause speaking of Pablo, so Mark Margiela, my baby, my baby, my baby, my sweet, sweet naive baby. Allegedly, Mark allegedly asked Pablo if Pablo's children were conceived by mistake, if they were mistakes. I said, my goodness, like, how do you even form your mouth to even ask somebody a question like that? Like, I said Margiela must have got a white mama because that's a very nut ass question to ask a stranger. Like that's that white mama shit right there. Like he got a white mama, and if he don't, shame on his mama because you don't ask nobody no fucking question like that. Like and then Mark said in his confession was like, "Oh, I was trying to get like a better understanding of Pablo's trauma," and I'm like, "Why? That's Pablo's trauma. Like you're drunk. Why the hell would you want to talk about somebody else's trauma and you're inebriated? Like." Why do you want to talk about somebody else's trauma in general? Like, bitch, you're not. Are you going like a therapist or a counselor? Like, sit your ass down somewhere. You and them damn eyebrows. Like, Margiela was doing a lot. Like, that sent me. And fucking Slim's reaction when it's not funny. Slim's reaction is funny, but Slim's reaction when Pablo stated the question that Marciela asked him, Slim was like, "Word, like, bitch, I would have popped you if that was me." Most likely, yeah. Margiela probably would have got dragged up and down Bourbon Street if he had asked Pablo, not Pablo, if he had asked Slim that question. Because I said, my nigga, like, you wildin'. Like, how dare you? That is a crazy ass question to ask somebody. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. I feel like we all on the same page. You don't ask nobody like your kid's a mistake. Like, and I guess Mark said that he was conceived by mistake, so maybe he feels like it's okay to ask people. That's not funny. That whole that was just a wild ass question to ask somebody. I don't know. That was weird as fuck. And I know he said he was drunk, but even then, like, baby, you need to watch how much liquor you consume. Like, eh, it's one thing I can't stand is a bitch that lacks self awareness. Like, just be aware of your surroundings. If you aren't aware of what you got going on, be aware of your surroundings. If you aren't aware of your surroundings, be aware of yourself. Like, baby, you can't be lacking in both. And it's a couple bitches in 2025 that's just been pushing my buttons, tap dancing on my nerve because they lack self awareness. So I'm trying not to let I'm trying not to let a simple bitch kind of upset me in 2026 with our lack of. So moving forward, baby. Moving on to the best fit of the motherfucking episode. A couple fits that stood out to me this episode. Of course, I said Marlo, FKA Lexi DuPont, baby. Um, she ate the leotard look. I said Les was longer than Cali Boy's 12-hour flight to New Orleans. Interesting. Yes, I was looking for the leotard, the fishnets. I said, Marlo is usually dressed for a pastor's anniversary. She's usually dressed like a first lady, like she about to go do some community work or something. But I was looking for the leotard and the wig. Like, yes, Marlo is going on. But back to Cali Boy's 12-hour flight. Now, no shade, cause I think Damon said he Googled New Orleans from the drive from New Orleans to Orlando, and it's like 9 hours. And I'm like, homeboy, how the hell did you end up on a 12-hour flight? He must have had a layover. And I ain't, don't really be trying to like comfort nobody, but baby, like, no. If the layover is longer than the drive time, like if the flight is longer than the drive, it's like, no, not me. And no shade to Cali or anybody else, But no, I don't. Fucking 12-hour flight? Hell no, no, no. I'm not being on the fucking. And I know he probably wasn't in the airport or in the airplane for 12 hours, but it's just like. A 12-hour flight, baby. Fuck that. Like, no shade. 12-hour nothing. Like, well, 12-hour something. Not a 12-hour flight. I'm sorry. Another fit. Everybody is in the fucking confessionals wearing sunglasses. Now, me and Yan have this theory that baby, you in a dark room or you indoors with sunglasses on, like somebody died at your eye, baby. Your eye lazy, you got a cocked eye, or maybe your eyes kind of glassy. So yeah, everybody in the confession with sunglasses, and they was sending me. So I was like, y'all got black eyes, what's going on? Um, depth to wearing sunglasses indoors, please. Especially if you're in a damn professional, baby, please. Question for my audience. Shout out to my audience again. Let me shout you guys out. Shout out to the people who are here. Shout out to the people who are going to watch this in the playback. Um, best red dress. Who was the best dress at the red dress run? I said it was B Baby for me. The flower, not flowers, the feathers, the corset. I wish I was able to do these lives from like a computer so that I could pull up photos or screen grabs for you guys. Because Brian's fit, I wish Damon was here, was very Norma Bates coded. And I mean Queen of the Ring Norma Bates. Like if you know my girl Norma Bates, you know she gonna put a look together. She is gonna put she is gonna put a list together. So shout out to my girl Norma Bates. Yeah, B Baby was giving deep, deep, deep cut. And I know it's an even deeper cut because Damon isn't here, and then I don't have a photo of reference for who the fuck Norma Bates is. But shout out to my Queen of the Ring ladies. But yes, B Baby was giving Norma Bates and that goddamn corset with the red dress. Um, speaking of B Baby, his confessional look, baby, giving 1930s Playboy. I was living for it. The middle part, the kind of slick down hair, the glasses, the scarf around his neck. It was giving 1930s Playboy. Like I might I might be married to a woman during the day, but baby, these glasses and the scarf at night, I'm probably out gobbling meat. Who knows? No shade. That's what that look gives me. Favorite of the episode. Moving on to my favorite of the episode. I feel like I'm kind of rushing through this. I should have did it the other format. Also rushing because my co-host is here. Um, favorite of the episode. My favorite of the episode, Marlo. And it's crazy because Marlo was my least favorite of the episodes, the season premiere, and it's interesting she did a 180, closing the episode, closing the season. Marlo is my favorite. I'm gonna say just because again her mediating Pablo and Max, and then like kind of how she conducted herself at the murder mystery. Like I feel like Marlo and Rashida a little bit, and Max. They're all kind of a big like when it comes to the drama, they're all in the shit. So like Marlo connected herself at this murder mystery surprised me. I was like, oh shit, like she's cordial, like she's funny. Like I wish we had got this. I'm pretty sure she wished she had got that at her goddamn that pool party at her job. She's saying that Max got her fired. It's like, no, baby girl, if you behave like this, you would have still been employed. No shade. But yeah, Marlo was my favorite of the episode. Like, I don't want to like give too much and be like, oh, she did like a drastic 180 or like she's improving. I have seen improvements, but no shade. I feel like Marlo might be one of those people who kind of do like a 180 towards the end of the season, and then next season she might come back rah rah. So hopefully, because Callie is like her uncle or her grandfather, um, hopefully because she's cool with Callie, she could kind of do like a Callie boy where she could kind of rah rah first season, then come back her next season, and it's kind of just like I'm cemented, so I don't really have to do too much. But yeah, Marlo ate the murder mystery for me. I was like living for Marlo, my favorite of the episode. Like shout out to Marlo. Um, least favorite of the episode. My least favorite of the episode might be a little bit controversial, Pablo. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. I've kind of been on the fence with Pablo since season one, and a little bit this season. I feel like, and I've been seeing it in the chasing comments. Pablo gaslights a lot. Like for instance, his altercation with Callie. Callie's been addressing himself as the king since season one. So Callie walks into the hotel room, King is here, and Pablo feels some type of way. And then was like, oh, like you're picking at me, you're barking at me. It's like, nigga, you just spazzed at this man for no reason. Like he's barking back. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, why are you attacking me? Like, this is my issue. She was like, nigga, this right here is the problem that, and it seems like when Pablo does that, it seems like people just kind of look over, they look past it. But I feel like if it was Margiela or Max or Callie, it's an issue. So I don't know if it's the group dynamic or who has Pablo feeling like that, but yeah, Pablo is like Pablo has good traits and good qualities. Man, I don't want to take that away from him, but sometimes he goes about trying to lead the group like almost like a dictator. Like if he feels challenged, it's like I don't know, like it's like if somebody in the group challenges him, it's like it's an issue. Like bitches is almost like bitches is my shit. Um, I also feel like it's easy for Pablo to play victim. Like I did this because I was going through this. Somebody in the chasing comments just kind of explained it so well that grief doesn't give you a reason to be like a shitty friend. And it seems to be like a lot of that going on this season where it's like I'm grieving or I'm hurt. I'm yeah, I'm like my emotions are tore the fuck up right now. So you should give me a pass for this because I'm hurt or I'm grieving. It's like, I get that. I get that. I do get what it's like to grieve and just even outside of grieving, outside of death or whatever. But um the person in the chasing comments hit the nail on the head. Like grieving death does not give you a reason to be like a shitty person. Like Pablo was having his conversation with Max and he made the comment like I'm going through my situation with my partner and y'all don't know it. It's like, well, homeboy, if we're trying to call you, we're reaching out and you don't want to talk, how the fuck are we supposed to know that you're going through this if you don't? This is the issue that I have because I've been through this shit before. So communication is like a two-way street. If I want to talk to you, I'll reach out to you. If you want to talk to me, you reach out to me and vice versa. If we kind of don't fuck with each other, then I'm not expecting you to reach out to me. And I know you're not expecting me to reach out to you. So it's like if I reach out, if I extend that grace and I don't kind of hear from you, it's like, well, I wonder like what the fuck this nigga got going on. I don't know if like it's almost like you should try harder to get in contact with me. It's like, no, bitch, I'm not about to go to the end of the world to as long as I know you're still breathing, like cool, we'll chop it up later. But it seems like a lot of this it seems like this group, a lot of them feel like they're bigger than the program, but I feel like a lot of the group feels like the world to stop revolving because they're having like a bad day or they're having like a fucked up day. No shade, Pablo kind of gives me that. Pablo just kind of gives me that. Um, like I said, I feel like he's an amazing father. I don't want to take anything away from him. I feel like he does have like some really good traits about him. Like he's a hard worker. I love that he's an entrepreneur. Um, and I like that he kind of took on the big brother role of this group in some ways. Like I said, sometimes it's like either it's my way or the highway, but I feel like Pablo is when Pablo's in the wrong, nobody really checks him about it. But if it's anybody else, it's like they are on their ass. And that's just something that I noticed in this finale. Like Callie started barking at Pablo started barking at Callie, and then everybody jumped on Callie. Like, whoa, like, did we miss something here? But yeah, that's just something that I see again. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Like I said, I love chopping it up with you guys. Also to anybody from the cast of Chasing Orlando who might happen to view this, give us the drop. Give me the spiel. Give me the tea. Like correct me if I'm wrong on any of this goddamn shit. Y'all know Pablo better than me, so maybe y'all could. Or Pablo, if you watch this, shout out to Pablo. If you watch this, maybe you can give us some insight on what was going on at your head in your head during this time that you were in New Orleans. But this is just kind of what I see as like um audience member or viewer, and I kind of dated somebody who loved to play victim. Like, oh, we're not even gonna go down that, but similar traits that I just see. So I was just like, oh, um, yeah. But like I said, not I don't want to put too much on Pablo. Um, but I am looking forward to the reunion. Hopefully, this season is having a reunion. I would love to see the cast get glamored up and kind of sit down and talk. Hopefully, they can sit down and talk about the season and work through whatever kinks they have left, so that if there is a season three, we don't have to sit through um season two drama. So yes, I just do not. I don't. I want to relive this drama, this chasing Orlando drama in season three. I don't. Um, no, absolutely not. But I am looking forward, of course, looking forward to chasing Atlanta. Airing next month, baby. Like, I can't believe this fucking year just flew by. Like, we literally have 11 days left in this year, and 2025 is like gone forever. Feels like this year literally just fucking started. Um, then a fucking heat wave came through, baby. This summer was a scorcher, a literal fucking scorcher. Yes, but 2025 is about to come to a close. Looking forward to 2026. Um, Also looking forward to like kind of more adventurous projects with with this with the review channel, with this channel. Um, Obviously looking forward to chasing Atlanta. Um, any other show for any other web series that's gearing up to drop or that's being produced so they can drop in 2026. Shout out to you guys because definitely want to get on board with doing like reviewing like different web series or web series who kind of have like a smaller audience and aren't really as popular or as noticeable or as recognized as like Chasing or Gemini Films. Um, but yes, I'm super excited for the new year. I'm super excited for 2026. I'm so ready for 2025 to end. On that note, I'm going to wrap up this live review, baby. That concludes my thoughts, my review on the Chasing Orlando season two finale. Like, I can't believe we got 10 episodes, but I'm hoping that we get a reunion. If not, um, I won't be upset about it. I'm just looking forward to chasing Atlanta really. If I had to give this season a letter grade, maybe a C, B minus if I'm being nice. I'll say B minus. Like, there wasn't really a lot of chasing going on. Like, shout out to Fabio and I know shout out to Marlo for hosting some of doing her work in the community and Pablo and Slim for, hosting a couple of events, but there wasn't really a lot of chasing going on this goddamn this goddamn season. So hopefully season three they come with it. I really want to see like Orlando in the works, like compared to like Dallas and Atlanta where we know like the girls work. Like they work, work, work. So I want to see. Let me stop calling the cast the girls, but we know the cast works. We know these cast members. We know the franchises they work. But I would like to see actual work and hustle in season three of like chasing Orlando. Um, Give me season one again with a splash of chasing Dallas season three. Like chasing Dallas season three is it. But yes, I am going to cut you guys loose and say thank you guys for coming through. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. Shout out to the people who are here. Shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay safe. Um, I'm not sure if Damon and I will be here next week. We'll see. If not, Merry fucking Christmas. Let me check my calendar because I kind of know 11 days. I can't tell you guys Happy New Year yet. Definitely Merry Christmas. Ugh, 11 days and this year is over, but so the cookie crumbles, huh? Yes. So, Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay safe. It's Key and Carrie. I'm Troy S, and we will see you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.